So all four of you were scammed by the same person.
Sure, what?
Oh, we bailed her out of jail and put our house up, and she didn't go to court, so we lost the house. $10,000 comes missing up of my account.
Bank account, credit cards, got cell phones, everything, all kinds. She had the money.
I lost my car. I lost my house because of this person. She's gonna pay me my money one way or another. I'm gonna beat that ass. Your life has been held. You stole money from me, and I don't have no remorse for none of y'all.
Have you or someone you know ever been victim of identity fraud or a scam? Yeah. Well, on today's show, you'll meet several people who all say they were scammed by the same person and they thought they could trust that person the most. Their friend, Monica Dupree. Today, the victims will come face to face with a scammer who calls herself the Queen of Business and confront her right here on our stage. The weird thing about this story is that the scammer, Monica Dupree, actually served 8.5 years in federal prison and says she is not apologetic because she already served her time and believes her victims should get over it. Please welcome Rhoda, Christina, Tara, Aviance to the show. Wow, welcome to the show, guys. So all four of you were scammed by the same person.
Sure, what?
How does it feel to finally come face to face with her today?
It feel good.
Oh, I can't wait.
I can't wait to.
It feel good.
It's
been a long time.
Person.
So
They did me
how
wrong.
did you know Monica?
We go way back, like high school.
High school.
High
Okay.
school.
So you're friends for years? You knew she was a scam artist?
I knew.
Okay. So
But Robert, I thought it would be too, like people she didn't know.
hang on a minute.
I didn't think she would scam me.
You known her from day one,
Yeah.
right? You know she was a scam artist, and yet you give her money to scam you. She's a scam artist.
No, Robert, actually what happened, we put our house up. We bailed her out of jail and put our house up, and she didn't go to court, so we lost the house. Robert, yeah, we lost a whole house.
That's so
A whole 4-bedroom house.
Not a
Yeah,
house.
a house.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Girl,
Yeah, a house.
my role in a little dip in the bucket. Not
So
a
I got to
house.
go down the line here because that to me is very sad. That what possessed you, first of all, before I go down? What possessed you to put your house online for this person that you knew when you?
That's a lie. That's a lie, girl.
Because I always say to restaurant owners that want to buy a restaurant and they put the house on the market as collateral. Why would you do that? It's the same question. Why would you do that?
Well, I loved her. She was my friend, and I trusted her. Period.
That is some deep love.
I didn't even get an apology. I didn't even get an apology, Robert.
So when I got to ask you this, when you knew she scammed you and you were about to lose a house, what did you feel about her then? Do you still love her?
No.
So, what? How did Monica scam you?
Well, Monica
Christina,
stole
correct?
$60,000 out of my account. 60,000, and I'm pissed. I can't believe she would do what she did to me.
So how did she get access to?
I gave her my information because she knew my social security number because she was supposed to make my credit better because she said she can make my credit better. Which she lied to me. She is a very smart person.
So she used your social security number. She was going to help you increase or help your credit score.
Help my credit score because she knows how to do that.
So then she went into your
Low
bank
down.
account. How did she do that? Is my question.
She had my bank information because I left it all on the table. She has a photograph memory. She can look at your ID 1 second and know everything on it.
Girl,
Everything on it. Because her photograph memory, she has a photograph memory. She can look at that paper right there that you're holding and look at it for 1 second and know everything on it.
Wow. Maybe you should have my job then.
Okay.
Tara,
Me and Monica go way back. We both lived in Texas at one time whenever she was performing, and we had met through that, and we became friends, and everything was great. You know, we going out having good times, and then $10,000 comes missing up of my account. And I'm still, where I'm at with Monica is,
Monica,
I just hear from the grapevine that it was her that done it. I want to confront her because I really 100% do not know if it was her, but like I'm 95% sure it's her. If
okay,
hey girl,
she got all your information. Trust me, she know everything about you.
So how do you think she got your information? If
well, I mean, we're hanging out, and I know, like, okay, girl, I'm going to get ready. I'm going in the back, and you chilling in my house. You my friend. I'm not going to police
you think she went through the drawers?
Right, or even my computer. Just flipped it up and did whatever.
I'll be honest. Tell me your story with.
We came through marriage. So during the wedding time, when I was at the house, I couldn't find my wallet. So I'm looking, I'm like, where's my wallet? You know, I'm going through luggage and everything, just all through the room, whatever. So I wound up finding it. Later on that night, I ran my credit and saw some stuff on my credit report from California. And automatically, I thought of Monica.
Did she say she was trying to help you fix your credit too?
Yeah, but how you trying to help me fix my credit when I ain't never had nothing in my name? I never, you know, I could have got my own credit card. I could have opened up my own bank account. I could have did my own thing.
So did she open up credit cards in your name?
Yeah,
a bank account. What
bank
did you
account,
do?
credit cards, got cell phones, everything, all kind of she had in my name.
Oh,
Yeah. But once I did the dispute,
Oh, bring
they
this
took
hipple
everything
out
out.
here. I got to
Because they knew it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Bring that hungry hipple
That
out.
wasn't me. And they took everything off my credit. But it's just the principle. We family. You don't do stuff like that to your family or your close friends.
Claim it.
So let me ask you a question. I gotta ask you, what was your house in worth?
Probably 200,000.
Okay, $200,000, 60,000, etc.,
A
etc.
lot of money up here, huh?
How did she finally get caught?
That's a good
I
question.
have no idea.
Or why did
The
she?
last
Why
time
did?
I
Why
heard
did
she was
go
on
to
a
jail?
high-speed chase and running from That's the last time, a long time ago. She was on a high-speed chase because my friend had to jump out the car and hurt herself rolling and tumbling coming out of the car because she would not stop for the police.
So what happened with her in 2003? Why did she go to jail in 2003?
For, what is it called?
I had heard
think
something
it's
about
like
identity.
That's a big scam part.
Identity theft. Identity theft.
Identity theft.
Right. Identity theft.
Have you ever seen her since?
No, I haven't gotten an apology or anything.
I'm renting.
I
We
haven't
lost
saw
the
her since
house.
the wedding.
Bring this
I'm
piggy on the
ready.
run out here.
I ain't saw her since the wedding.
So Christina, you're upset, right?
I'm very upset.
That's an
I
understatement.
lost my car. I lost my house because of this person.
Yes, honey.
So you lost a house. That $60,000.
I couldn't pay my rent.
So okay.
I couldn't pay my car note. My life has been unmanageable
That's
since
funny.
she did what she did.
But y'all her close friends though.
Yeah, this has been,
close
it's
friend.
been a while since mine, and mine, you know, now it's kind of like after time, time erases some things, and I feel better about it. But you are my friend. You, regardless of the money and what's going on, you are my friend. And how people come in my house, take something that's from
And she
from me.
care.
Yeah,
She
and
care.
I care about you. If you hungry, I feed you. If you need something, I try. Like that doesn't make any. It just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, honey, she eats a lot. She ate a
So this is a question for all of you, and please don't all answer at once. But how did you find out that she was incarcerated or caught? Did somebody call you? Read about a newspaper? Did what? How
I
was
actually saw it online.
But you also heard something else that she was doing behind bars, right? What was that?
Yeah, I read that online too.
She was scamming.
Scamming.
Doing the same thing,
Check it.
incarcerated, right?
So Christina, tell me what she was doing.
Ain't no stopping her.
She was getting people's information inside jail, and she was scamming and using their information and getting credit cards like she do.
In jail.
She could take over your information and
So
get a
learn
serious
her
card.
lesson.
She knew how to take over information. My credit cards is all messed up because of this person.
Wow.
Did any of you get any money back that you were scammed?
No.
So she sounds like a
Down to
regular.
thank you, Robert.
Robert,
I'm
we were
sorry.
supposed to open up a phone sex service. And she was supposed to give me money for this phone sex service. And she never did. She lied. Then
So-
she tried to tell me that I owed her money. You got me confused.
So who was
She had it.
I'm going to get her. Bring that thing out here.
I have a question.
Bring her out here now.
Hang on. So here's the thing. I have a question. Who's gonna answer the phone and do the phone sex?
I was.
Can you give me?
Hello, hi, my name is Jessica.
So did you call the police? Did you tell them what happened? To tell them?
I handle mine myself.
They already have it.
I handle mine myself. I don't need to call the police. She's gonna pay me my money one way or another. I'm gonna beat that ass.
Coming up.
And I don't have no remorse for none of y'all.
After the break. None of you informed the police, right? None of you.
I just disputed.
I did the dispute.
I just did.
Okay.
I feel like there was some dispute.
So why wouldn't you, and especially in your guys' cases, where there's so much money and your homes, why wouldn't you call the police and say, listen, I've just been scammed by this person and make charges?
Right.
You know, sometimes we have to be smart about these things. But I'm more concerned that you lost your house because you couldn't pay, and I'm more concerned that you lost your house because that to me is like losing your life.
I love
Well, it's not I think. And I don't even want to speak to this person, to be honest with you, but let's bring Monica out, the person behind all the scams.
And I don't have no remorse for none of y'all.
Monica.
Yeah, I wonder how I got caught. Did you call?
Monica! Thank you. When you sit here and you see 4 people that you scammed and you just came out in a blaze of glory, not saying that you don't care about them because you sat in federal prison. When you're not sorry about this.
Robert, you know why? I'm gonna tell you why, Robert. Because all of these individuals sitting on this panel, trust and believe they benefited tremendously. Believe it.
Hang on. So listen. So how did each one? So let's start with Rhoda. How did she benefit from you scamming her house?
See, this right here. This is my sis, you know, for many, many years, you know, and that's your sis. Hold on, honey.
Let us speak.
Hold on. You got your chance to run your mouth. Let the queen of business talk now. The queen of business got caught. And she's home.
Okay.
Anyway, so with this one here, I had $1 million bail, okay? And at the time initially,
$1 million bail?
I had $1 million bail, and it got posted.
By who?
Okay. Initially, with the assistance of my sis. Okay. But let's go further back on the situation with the house. Okay. Sis had just got quite a bit of coin from me, from us traveling, from us doing different things and so forth. I never called on it. I never asked for anything. But when I had a situation, Robert, that was really detrimental to the family and everything and so forth, because honestly, I took on people's problems and I made them my own. Okay? It was to where initially all of the friends, the family, everybody else, they always wanted me to provide, to do this. They didn't want me for who I am, it's for what I could provide for them.
Okay, hang on. Stop for a second. $1 million bail, right?
$1 million bail.
Okay, for whatever you did for her before.
Robert, why
right?
didn't she go to court?
She lost her house. And you did time because you broke the law.
She lost her house.
Not because they did anything wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, do you really want to know how she lost the house? Because your fat ass didn't go to court. No, it wasn't about just going to court, sweetheart.
Anyway.
You did not go to court.
Girl, don't even wait.
Why?
It wasn't even all of that.
So $100,000 or $90,000 here with a voice, $30,000 with a voice, and then you stole $60,000. House, money, credit cards, names. apparently you've got a brain like a computer.
Man,
All right.
your feet look like they eat humans.
We wouldn't talk about what your face looks like.
I don't
Put together. Let's see how real it is.
Take it. Look at this body.
Let's see how hard it is.
You.
Let's see how hard it is.
Sit down! This is not a fashion show for you two. It's a serious business about you going to jail, right? She lost her house, $90,000 and whatever, and all the other people you scammed. And you're sitting there like a victim saying, well, I've done my time. I don't feel sorry for these people.
Robert, it goes
But here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing.
What's going on over there?
They've lost houses and money and all this stuff, and you don't care. We come back.
I made my life a living hell. That's what you did. You stole money from me.
Coming up. I just can't believe I'm sitting here on a stage
Now, okay, let me go with this
in
one.
Burbank, California, listening to you make excuses for ripping people off and stealing their lives and their livelihood. If I stole all your money and scammed you like you scam these days, take everything you own, you lose a house.
That ain't your family.
You put kids on the street,
Ripping you off.
how would you feel? You would want to kill me, right?
I probably would.
Right? So how do you think all these people feel and all the other people you scammed?
Okay.
And I want an intelligent conversation, not
Nope,
bitch,
I'm
bitch,
not
bitch,
going to
bitch.
holler. Okay, we're going to go on because I'm going to address this whole panel. Okay, I'm going to come back to this one. Okay, with her, Tara Guy, true enough, long friendship, no tea, never had issues or whatever, but we have made a commitment to each other. We have made a commitment to each other that initially we would never, ever, ever mess with each other's mates, companions, or whatever. Okay?
Yes,
We
that is
made
paid one of my men
and she
$100
did it.
off.
You
You
did it because he was a nice employee.
Hold on, girl. Let me.
I can't hear you when you argue.
Let me have this. First of all, Monica, we did make this commitment.
We did.
But there's a difference between someone who is your husband, someone who is your ride or die partner in your life, compared to someone who is a trick. Someone who is a fly-by-night, just come and get you in a whatever. You understand what I'm saying? That's a quick.
She is a pale queen.
The man that I was with
with other
was
people's
one of
money.
the man that I slept with was one of your fly-by-night trades. This was not your husband. This was not man was not paying none of your bills. This man was not doing nothing like that for you, girl. So that, first of all, that was a weak ass excuse. First of all, and second of all, if you the woman that you claim you are, you would have came to me like the friend you supposed to be and say, look, girl, we had a commitment. Bitch, you don't go steal money out my account and say like,
I have a question. How did you get the money? I have a question. How did you get the money out of the account?
It's many ways, different ways.
It was just a little
many
drop
different
here.
ways,
So tell me how you specifically got out of her account.
Out of which one, Tara?
Tara, yeah.
Oh, that was easy, honey. She had her purse open one day initially, and I was able to get her social security number and everything. And after that, I accessed her accounts and did what I needed to do.
How did you finally end up in federal prison? How did you get caught?
That's the one I want to know.
Well, I honestly feel that some of these individuals got something to do with it.
I'm calling when I get home.
That's not a problem.
911.
The initially said that they got tips. They got tips from friends about me and things.
Well done. If you did it, good job.
So, and that's okay. And that's okay. And you right about that. If you did that, that's okay.
So where you are right now? Are you working?
Yes, I am.
I mean, not stealing.
No.
Okay.
No, this is what. And then let me address Aviance. Okay, now Aviance, this is a family member as well. Now in this situation, Aviance, I don't recall. Yeah, you did have credit cards and stuff established, but I assisted you with getting your credit together. Okay. Because if I do recall, your FICO score went up, baby.
What did you do to me?
So how do you help him do that? How do you help him do that?
So make me understand it.
No.
Make me understand. And that's why I'm telling you all.
Did your credit score go up?
You're not gonna hear and see everything. You just
So how did you make his credit
now
score
with
go up?
him initially, I assisted
credit
him
score ain't go
initially
up. I can't
because
walk on the dealership
sweetheart,
and get a car
baby,
without no
crunch.
money down.
That $30,000 trade line that's on your credit report was
It's
cut from
delinquent.
me.
Delinquent.
It's not delinquent.
It's delinquent.
It was, if it's delinquent,
It's
because you
delinquent.
didn't take care of the
It's
things. So
delinquent.
when I established it, he had an open line, and I had a card put up
Did I
on
ask you to
him that I
establish
never
it?
touched.
Did I
to help
ask you
him
to do
get his
anything? Did I
credit
ask you to do
together.
anything in my
So
name? I didn't ask for none of this.
When she
So
got
I'm not
arrested,
understanding how did it help me? How did it help me?
fell out of her butt.
How did it help me?
Oh no!
That's what
Oh,
I'm
and then
talking
I
about.
want
How
to
did it
address
help me?
something else, sweetheart. When you talk about the high-speed chase, girl, get it right initially. I didn't tumble over nowhere. I got out my truck and got on the plane and
No,
left.
my girlfriend jumped
Sweetheart.
up out of your car.
Sweetheart.
So when you knew they were after you, you tried to run.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, on a plane, but you ran.
Huh?
Where did you
I
go?
went to Europe.
On their money.
And credit cards in my name. And credit
Yeah,
cards
that's
and credit cards and credit line in my name.
And I don't bail because me.
So who are you? I'm sorry, we're talking here, but who are you?
I'm Christina's cousin, Erica.
Okay.
So I know what's going on with these.
Okay.
Tell her what she did to me.
Tell me what I did to her, baby.
Right, we
What did I do to her,
Christina.
dog?
You tell her how she got that money from me and made my life a living hell. That's what you did. My life is a merry-go-round
Your
now.
life has been hell
You
forever.
stole money from me.
Sit down, like Robert said. Robert said, sit down.
I'ma sit you on that floor again.
I know
I'ma
you're
sit your
Be
back
a
on
lady.
the floor.
Be a lady,
Christina.
sweetheart.
I
Be a
know.
lady.
I know you're angry.
Be
You
a
have a right to be angry.
And the crazy
But-
part is,
but-
My hair got paid. I'm on an RCD now.
Can I tell you
You go.
something?
Can you give me another car?
maybe, who knows?
I don't think so with a federal rap right now, but okay. So listen, I know you're angry,
Ran it up.
but you're gonna have a heart attack, and she's gonna be laughing at you on the floor. So I would say. So when we come back, you will never believe what Monica is now for a living. So watch out. When we return, Monica, what are you doing now for a living?
Scamming people still.
You really want to know, Robert?
I do. I do. What are you doing? What are you doing now? Stay tuned. So we're back talking to my guests of all being scammed or taken advantage of by Monica Dupree in some way. As we mentioned earlier, Monica spent over 8 years in federal prison for identity theft scams, and now she's out, and you'll never guess what she does for a living. Monica, what are you doing now for a living?
Scamming people still.
You really want to know, Robert?
I do. I do. What are you doing? What are you doing now?
I'm now a credit specialist. So now,
So who hired you? Who hired you? Who you working for?
let me explain.
Listen.
Let me explain. Now, when this case had happened, you know, I had a lot of government agencies that was very, very into this case.
I wonder why. Yeah.
Well, after, you know, them doing their research and so forth, they loved me. They said was mad at me though. So it was just it's with this situation here now, what I do now is I offer all theft deterrent for all fraud because I'm considered to be the best at it because as it says on the internet, I'm considered to be dangerous. I know how to assist them in getting their credit together, and I'm bonded and I'm licensed, and that's what I was talking about. The fact that I have the expertise that I have, they said that I could assist a lot of people who are damaged in this crisis now with this economy. And that's
So
what
my
I'm
first question is, do you ask people over the phone for Social Security numbers and bank information?
That's a scheme there. That's a scheme there. See, I've learned. See, me, you have to get signed consent.
Oh.
Get signed consent.
She just become a
So
better
that-
criminal.
Baby, whatever.
My goodness. I can't believe.
I'm sitting here trying to answer the questions correctly and effectively, sweetheart. Sit down.
So how many people?
Sit down.
You're going to have a heart attack, and I'm going to have to put you away somewhere.
Exactly.
We can talk about this in a minute, but I have a dear friend in the audience, Lisa Bloom, who is a lawyer and a legal expert, and everything that Monica is saying, correct? Welcome to the show, Lisa. How can this actually work? I mean, she goes away for 8.5 years. She gets vetted by. Comes out, she did a time. Totally understand that. But how does that now? She's working to help people fix their credit. She just.
It's a criminal.
And I gotta go back.
Robert, they actually said, honestly, sorry, Miss Lisa. They actually said that I would be one of the better candidates that can help people because of the fact that I can show them.
Monica,
That's
you
actually
would
probably
be
true.
if you had remorse. You would be if you have changed. But what you've showed us all today is you have not.
Miss Lisa, do you know how hard it was for me, Miss Lisa?
Monica, you said that none of these people have any love for you. I wonder why they don't love you. They don't love you because of your actions toward them.
Miss Lisa, and it's a lot of history here, Miss Lisa. It's a lot of history.
Yeah, which you admit, stealing from your friends and family. You have a lot of arrogance about it. You have a lot of excuses, and you have zero remorse.
Yeah.
I hope that take a look at this show. Take a look at this video, at the person that they wanted and licensed, because I think it was a big mistake.
So, how is it possible for a felon, to be given a license to help people credit when she has done? I mean, there's
I think what we've seen from Monica is she's a con artist and she's conned the authorities, not just her friends and family.
Okay.
She's obviously good at it. She's very good about it. And whatever you have to do to get past the bonding and licensing people, she's done a massive scam on them as well.
So I've heard stories. Listen, I'm trying to figure this out. Hang on. Stop.
Maybe she's
Stop for a second. They're gonna watch. I don't care about your tears right now. What I'm telling you is they're gonna watch this show and they're gonna look at you. You're here, right? You've done the time, great. But you put yourself there, nobody else. Right? Why are you crying? Why are you upset? Tell me why you're upset.
I just didn't know that after I did all my time that I had to come home and have to go through this all over again.
The least you can do, the decent thing you can do, is apologize. I don't want you to apologize now. I don't, because then I've told you to do that, right?
Yeah.
I think you have to understand, and I mean this seriously, you have to understand that every action has a consequence. I want you, when you leave here, you can say, screw me, you can say whatever you want, but I want you to look at yourself.
Mm-hmm.
For you, not for me, not for them, because they're not getting their money back. They're not.
Oh no, she gonna give me my money back.
You know what? I tell you what, Robert. I tell you what. Just to show you where I am in my life, Christina. After this show, we're gonna sit down. We're gonna work on some negotiations for you to get your money back. Tara, we're gonna work on some negotiations to get your money back. Whatever we got going on, you know what I'm saying? I would do that since you said right here initially that I gotta start, and I have been doing it. I've gotten myself out. I done got myself in college. I was catching buses. I was in the rain, doing everything as brand new. I was taught that this was not gonna be easy for me.
Okay.
And I understand, and like I said, but as far as just having the remorse and all that, being to the fact that there's history here, I'm just sorry,
I want you to do me a favor.
But I will make some amends.
Okay, well, that's a step forward. I want you to do me a favor. When you sit down, have somebody in the room because you're going to go boxing now. We have gone 358 degrees from when we started when she didn't want anything, you weren't getting anything to screw you, to being able to sit down and talk about it. So I think that's a big deal right now.
It's a step.
Right? So it's a step.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to be fixed overnight. I am not saying it's going to be fixed overnight. That's not, but at least sit down and talk about, can we get money back? And I tell you what, I'm going to tell you how this works, because you don't think like this right now, but I'm going to tell you. The minute that happens and they start getting repaid back, people start to write about that. You start to get credibility back of doing the right thing, and believe me, the internet will go wild. And you think about business, if you pay back what you stole, even in increments of whatever, people will start to talk and say, you know what, this is doing the right thing. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you all for telling your stories. I am so sorry you got scammed. Now you know better. That's for you at home. You've listened to Lisa. You've listened to my panel here. Don't get scammed. Take care of yourself and watch your personal information. Stay with us. We'll be right back. After the break.